Hey there everybody, Graham here, and welcome to Gunfire Reborn. So this is a game that came out a while ago that I just recently got into, and I'm kind of really enjoying it so far. I've played it a whole bunch the last few days, and I figured why not just show it off. So, yeah, not much else to it. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, I won't be coming at this fresh, but hopefully I'll be able to explain what's going on as things go on. Alright, so here we are at the start of the run. I've leveled up enough to have a chest that lets me pick from a selection of 3 weapons, and I'm still trying to figure out what they all do. Sure, I haven't tried this one yet. And this game is a stage-based, roguelike first-person shooter. And our goal is to just walk into every stage, kill a bunch of enemies that all really want to kill us too. Oh no, this is a sniper rifle. Okay. Nice. And just see how far we can go. Ideally through all however many environments there are. I think there are 4 stages total. I've made it to the last boss once. Have not managed to beat him yet. And we'll have all sorts of challenges along the way. But every time we fully clear a stage, we get a golden goblet, which has some upgrades for us. So we have our choice between 2 upgrades for our grenades and 1 upgrade for our special. These 2 have both been really good for me in the past, and I think I want to take that one for now. We will almost certainly end up taking them both eventually. Alright, so what do we have here? Lightning Blast. Sure, another one Oh yeah, this one. This little vault area is an extra challenge. There's usually one on every stage. And it just gives you some extra treasure, some more enemies to fight. Sometimes it's got, like, traps and stuff. So, yeah, really just nice extra challenge you want to do just about every time you find it. Yep. There we go. And once all the enemies are dead, we can open our chest and see what we got. Alright, we got a scroll, which is, just a static upgrade. This one, every 6th shot, gains 80% damage, which is pretty nice. It does mean we will, if we want to lean into that, we'll want to pick weapons that have higher ammo counts. Because if you have a weapon that has 5 or less ammo, it'll never trigger, and it's basically useless to us. But let's move on. And so yeah, the enemies change based on the environment, but for right now we've just got some pretty simple guys to deal with. Here we go, mysterious chest. So we can spend some of our HP to get money, and I'm actually going to not do any of that. I will, however, do this vault. So yeah, you can see we've got the rolling boulders from what might as well be an Indiana Jones movie. Oop. There we go. Got through the first bit, and now we have some more. And there's usually a little secret area in these ones, so back there you can see there's that random fire trap that shouldn't be there, and that's because there's a second chest hiding behind it. Shooting won't consume any ammo for the next 2 seconds after killing an enemy or destroying an item. That's a pretty good one, especially because our first scroll is going to want us to take very ammo-hungry weapons. And this one, plus 3% weapon damage for every 100 copper that we have, up to 30%. So we will not almost certainly just don't want to waste money at peddlers unless they have stuff that we want. And they usually don't. So we're just going to want to save our money until we get about 3,000. And then once we get 3,000, yeah, once we get 3,000, we'll hit that nice 30% sweet spot. Alright, so yeah. Oh, here we go. I'll take the knife weapon. I've been really enjoying these knife weapons. There's another one that... Wait, do they all bounce off walls? They seem to. But yeah, the knives are just a lot of fun. May not stick with it, but the character I'm playing... not bad with snipers, but not my favorite. Alright. Well, let's see what we get. Another goblet. Awesome. And we got the same two that we had last time, and this new one, which makes them explode after you kill them. However, I want to take the capacity because grenade builds on this character can be an absolute riot. And back here, we've got this nice sloth man. He can upgrade our weapons for us. It is early enough in the run, I don't really care to do that. Alright, next stage. Oop. Yeah, I gotta watch out for these little enemies. I think every environment has its own version of them. They are... Most of the time, they're not a problem. Unless they're called exploding lantern spirits, and then they are the worst. Alright. And this is a peddler, just a little merchant. Got health ammo and grenade refills. Also has 3 other weapons we could choose from, including an actual lizard. However, I think I just want to continue on and keep saving up money because, like I said, we hit 3,000, we'll do 30% extra damage with our weapons. I'm still trying to figure out how the game calculates everything. I don't know. You know, I don't know if there's really a cap on weapon damage boost. And I walked in some poison, so I am now very slow. Yeah, the bombers on this stage do a fair bit of damage. So it is always nice to take them out early when we can. Okay, I have not managed to wrap my head around these yet. Seems like it kind of just turns you into Iron Man. Yeah, I'm open to trying new things. So let's give it a try and see how we like it. Oh, and perfect, we already found the vault. I mean, this was the last point where it could have been, but didn't need to actually shoot it. Okay, so we have bonus corrosion damage, which, if I remember correctly, corrosive damage deals extra damage to armor and shields. And, yeah, I've definitely done my fair share of corrosion builds. However, I'll take the debuff on grenade hit. I tend to find that one is very useful. Okay, and now we can pay more HP for gold. We have an actual reason to do it now, however, yeah, I think losing half our health isn't going to cause any... Oh no, I hate this guy. Yeah, we got another 8 seconds, so yeah, no way this thing is going down, but got a little bit of money for it. And we got our health back, or some of it at least. let's move on. Out of the vault, out of the stage, and we're into the last stage before the first boss. And I still have no idea how I feel about these things. Oh no, looks like it. So, you can see in the bottom right, there are 3 types of ammo in the game. There's normal ammo, special ammo, and large ammo. I have put myself in a situation where multiple weapons of mine use the same ammo, so you tend to chew through that specific type very quickly. But aside from that, I'd say we're getting off to an okay start. Definitely not the best start I've had, but far from the worst. And we should get a reasonable way into this. Oh no, here he comes. So this kind of vault spawns an elite. And we got the elite big guy with a shield, which I don't even think we've seen the normal big guys with shields in this run, so... yeah, these guys are something else. Let's try to take out the enemies around him first. Try to, anyway. Don't quote me on this, because I'm still learning the game, but I think the enemies keep spawning to make sure you always have something threatening you besides the big guy. Alright, he missed us there. That works for me. Right, I don't remember what the little lightning ball does. Oh, I'm out of grenades. Alright. This should only last a little bit longer, though. There we go, we got him. Oh, nice. And one of the cool things is, like some other games in the genre that I really enjoy. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Interesting. After taking damage, you recover 3 HP per second. A lot of your upgrades are, rather than having access to everything at once, things get unlocked over time as you meet certain challenges. Unlike most of those things, this game actually drops one of them for you every time you unlock it, so you can play around with it and see how it works. Yeah, and I don't know if that was the right choice there. It very well may not have been. Monsters are shielded, immune to damage and all negative effects. Shields break 1 second after being hit. So. Just gotta be careful with our shots. A little bit of proper timing, we can hit them right as they're coming out of their shield. And immune to all negative effects, so not a big deal just yet because I don't have any kind of status to this build, but if I were, you know, further in the run and had something like a full corrosion build or a fire build, then that could cause some problems. Alright, and we've already recovered all that health we spent, so I think we are good to continue. This game's a lot of fun because you just get in this rhythm of breezing through the early rooms, and then a lot of the later stages get very challenging. And I really only scratched the surface of a lot of what this game has to offer. I know there are harder difficulties, even on top of the one I am playing at the moment. I'm looking forward to getting to those once I have gotten good enough at the game, I feel like I can. Nope, come back here. Yeah, this was always a game I had heard about, but only by name. No one ever I don't think I ever really realized that it had this, like, Chinese folklore type look to it. Really cool aesthetic. Nice. Got the last enemy there. Mid-air strike. 50% damage dealt while in air. I tend to jump around a lot, so I will take that. Okay, so energy orb applies the same elemental effect as your weapon. I really like this one. Do I have... let's see. Yep, we can check here. I think my current weapon deals lightning. I think both my weapons actually deal lightning. So, yep. We'll stick with that. I don't remember if I've... yeah, I think I found the vault already, so... Or did I? Either way. We'll just move on. And we found the first boss. Or one of the first bosses. I happen to know that there are multiple. Plus 50% weapon damage. Obtain 1 curse scroll for every 3 mysterious chests. I think... Honestly, I feel like this scroll is pretty good, because I don't tend to open a lot of mysterious chests as it is. So it's basically just plus 50% weapon damage. Alright. And here's Lu Wu. A very angry monkey demon tiger thing. I just noticed he has 3 tails. Never noticed that before. But we do want to be careful because he tends to spawn lots of little enemies in this phase, and they're getting oh, it's just the beetles. Never mind. Maybe somebody in the comments can answer me on this, but does the game, like, change up spawns and stuff if you're playing with more than one person? Because I swear whenever I play with my friends, we get, like, the bomber things there. But he is almost dead, so as long as I don't do anything too stupid, this fight should be over right there. Perfect, and every time you beat a boss, oh, the golem awakens. I've actually already fought the golem a few times, but now I can run into it when I'm playing solo. Lovely! Oh, here we go. Energy orb gains 1 more charge. Elemental power, plus 25% elemental damage. When triggering an elemental effect, it will be passed to a random enemy, so I really want to grab weapons that deal elemental damage. Yeah, so that deals shock. The icy spear actually deals nothing. I don't think there's a frost. 50% weapon damage against enemies in shock effect. Get some corrosion stuff going. This actually seems like a really solid weapon. That also deals lightning damage. And that is a melee weapon. The melee weapons in this game are a blast, but... Oh no, I did it again. Both my weapons use the same element. Oh well. If we'll get lucky, we'll get the 1 upgrade that makes it so all the ammo we pick up turns into the ammo of whatever weapon we're using. Alright. Oh dear. Bandit retainers are just a pain. But, yeah, now we're in the second area, the desert. We'll get a lot of bandits, a lot of enemies that inflict burn. Oop. Got an early vault, which is nice. Oh, and these guys, who I absolutely despise. Fortunately, since I'm by myself, everything seems to have less health. Maybe not do less damage, but they definitely have less health. And I'm somehow still dying. Yeah, the enemies really love jumping on the rocks. I could too, if I had a good angle at it. him. Yeah. One more left. Yeah, one. Just that last one. Cool. And there's a mysterious chest over there. Might as well check it. I can open 2 of them with no negative penalties. Not about to trade health for money at this point. So let's go ahead and step in here. Or walk too close to the door so it can't actually step in. Yeah, the spear is really fun. You can throw a couple of them out and then pull them back to hit enemies again. Alright. There, oh, it's this guy. Yeah, that's a bandit hermit, I think, yeah. Well, an elite hermit in this case. A lot of bombs around, so let's just make sure we don't trip on those. And he's dead. Very nice. Alright, so the Cloud Weaver. Oh boy. And also an icy spear that does fire damage. Somehow. Let's see. Honestly, this actually probably pairs better with my current build. And the Cloud Weaver, I really like the one time I tried it, but I want to be able to do other types of damage. Alright, we got a pick of 3. Bullet Bank, that is the one I called out earlier, and neither of the other 2 are particularly good. So now we are actually in very good shape. Okay. Just go ahead and... whoop. Yeah, Bullet Bank is a very useful ability. That just makes it so that you can pretty comfortably sustain 2 weapons with the same type of ammo, because all of your ammo will become that type of ammo. Alright, so now let's take a look at the Craftsman. Do I want to upgrade the... You know, I think I'll spend a little bit of money to just get some extra damage on this weapon. Again, don't want to spend too much, because I need... Oh. Very nicely timed. Yeah, don't want to spend too much money, because I'm trying to hit the cap on the weapon damage thing. I just want to make sure that we're taking care of enemies. The coyotes are actually can be pretty dangerous. Like, they die quickly, but they have a melee attack and a ranged attack, so they can just randomly decide that they want to rush you. Ooh. Speaking of rushing us... There we go. Alright, so, we already had the... That's the end of the stage. Alright, let's take our upgrade and move on. Okay, ooh, chain duration. Either of these are good. I do like the extra freeze, simply because having that extra freeze means you have more time to actually deal with the enemies before they can react. Increase crit damage, assuming for everybody. Decrease all other damage. Oop. Yeah, there's a coyote hiding there. Yeah, the rogue villains, I think, have a shotgun. Very nice. Hello, desert worm. But yeah, this is really just the name of the game, and there's a whole bunch of playable characters. I'm playing the starting one at the moment. I just recently unlocked one that can actually dual wield his weapons, and it is absolutely hilarious with the minigun. So, at some point I may post a video with some of my friends showing that one off, because that build is just very silly when it comes together. Alright, this particular weapon seems to be dropping off a bit. Which, you know, is to be expected. The weapons you get at the start of the run are very rarely the ones you use the entire time. However, I do appreciate that this weapon is helping create space between me and the person with the flamethrower. Even if maybe not between me and the desert coyote I can't seem to hit. And that wasn't even the last wave of monsters. Okay. What do we got? We got another worm. That just died. We got a couple hermits that I want to try to take care of quickly. Yeah, the reduced non-crit damage is actually kind of a problem. Actually, it does make me curious. Can enemies crit you in this game? I would assume the answer is yes. Because I can't imagine one of these rooms giving you something that is purely to your benefit. I could be wrong, but like I said, for something I've barely picked up, I still don't know a lot. Okay. Plus rate of fire is nice, but I want to try this one. See if we can have some fun killing things or hitting things with grenades and then making them explode. Alright, yeah, these traps you really wanna watch, because the fire traps do an insane amount of damage. If you're in contact with them for any amount of time greater than, like, barely at all. Alright, cool. Got through that one. We have a mysterious chest. Give one occult scroll. Obtain luxurious gift box, which is pretty nice. Give one occult scroll. Raise a weapons level by 2. I'm going to hand over... Which one was it? I think I'm going to hand over Perfect 6th. And boost the Icy Spear to a +5. Might be a little greedy. Might not be the best choice. I'm honestly not sure. But I've got one weapon that works with Perfect 6th. The spear is actually really cool. And pretty useful for the build. I'm going to pick Fire Enthusiast up and hope it doesn't kill me. What that does, whenever you set an enemy on fire, you also set yourself on fire. And then you get a bonus for being set on fire. There is another scroll that makes it so that you ignore the negative effect of burning, meaning you just get the positive effect. So hopefully... Yeah, hopefully this doesn't do too much to us. Like, for example... Yep, and I'm now on fire. I think the bonus you get, if I remember correctly, is that you do, your fire does lifesteal, which is great. Or will be great later, when I'm not also actively reducing my own shield just by shooting things. I wouldn't mind a weapon to replace this first one. Haven't tried the Bone Dragon yet. I feel like now is not the time to. The Woodpecker's pretty cool. It's just a crossbow, but it does some pretty solid damage. Oh, there's still an enemy up. There is no longer an enemy up. Alright, let's take a quick look. This one deals damage to enemies in burning and shock. Oh, I'm really tempted to do... Really tempted to do a full burning build. This might get me killed. I'm not positive. But what's the worst that can happen? Now, this entire video is just to spotlight a game that I'm sure a lot of people have heard of by this point, that I've recently just gotten into and have been having a ton of fun with. Cool. Yeah, so... Yeah. We basically have no shields at this point, so we will die very quickly if I take too much damage. Like, say, from that guy with a sniper rifle. Who hopefully... Got him. Yeah, as you can see, it kind of ramps up the difficulty pretty quickly after the first area. Which is pretty nice, because, you know, you don't want to just breeze through everything with these kind of games. The challenge is a lot of the fun. Pretty sure that's why Extreme Measures exists in Hades, is just so people could make it harder on themselves. Yeah, I need the thing that makes it so that I don't... I don't actually take damage from being lit on fire. Yeah, those guys are really annoying because they just sprint up to you and try to make your life miserable. And pretty frequently succeed. Okay. Bandit Tacticians, I think, are probably my least favorite enemy in this area, though. There we go. Got him taken care of. Do not want to get shot by a tactician. Not with the... And there seem to be a lot more of them than I thought there were. Yeah, the nice thing about those guys is they have a weak spot on their back that makes them take a bunch of extra damage. Oh, there we go. And you can also pay money to revive, or pay the currency you used to upgrade to revive. However, I'm not going to do that. I hope you enjoyed this look at Gunfire Reborn. Just let me know what you thought down in the comments. I'm always looking for more feedback, and I always appreciate hearing from you all. So, anyway, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one.